This is my dream bike. Too many people, Matt. So much going on.
Okay, today's a challenge. Today, it's safe with these people. That's where I think you don't see it as a subject. It's gonna make us happy.
That way over there. Oh, look at this thing.
So many people just walk up, take a photo chest height, they don't leave enough margin around the shot, and they don't leave enough negative space in the frame. It's very kind of punched in. You just want to make sure you take a moment, take a step back, leave some room in the frame around the car, give it some breathing space, and instead of just walking up and shooting chest height, try and play with your elevation, try and play with your angles, because you want your images to stand out from everyone else's. Everyone walks up chest height, bang. You want to walk up and you crouch down, you know? Can you hold your camera up high and shoot down onto the car? Can you play with your focal lengths? Wide, more punched in, more compressed? Can you know, get right down to the floor? For me, with my old camera, I used to have to sit on the floor, get a nice low angle shot like that, and that's where my very funny signature shot came in when I shoot through my feet. You know, so getting really nice and low.
That's what I like. That's the thing to come back and spread over the shoulder. That's how lucky my customer profession. Without that, I wouldn't get a media pass. Because to get a media pass, no. I'm going to call you. Because my friend does a lot of shit.
You know, shooting down on the rear spoiler element. Also coming and shooting up.
Matt, where are you, mate? I need your number today.
No worries, Del. Alright, and then once I've kind of got good coverage there, I'll start to come in and take some media stuff. So for details,
Because I need to learn.
focusing on angles and different sections, you know, aero elements on the car, all that sort of stuff. And one big thing for beginners, don't be afraid to ask homeowners to turn the lights on. Don't be afraid to ask them to put the pop-ups up. So many beginners, they don't feel comfortable to, I guess, ask the owner. If you want to move it, as you said, you want to get the lights on. If you want the owner to sit in the car on the brake, so you get the third brake light on, the light lit up. It's another little technique that I like to use to elevate my images, okay? So, I think that's a pretty good run through of my process. I don't know if you go around any different length. 360 elevation, warm up, go into details.
I think to add on to what you've said, because you've explained the very technical aspects, I think the only thing I'd add on technically is use your third line and use your diagonals. Because I see a lot of photographers take photos and the shot might be thought out, but the execution is not well composed because it's too far to the left, too far to the right.
So what do you mean by the third line?
Okay, if you
This is the microphone.
it's like everyone know how to set up third lines and diagonal lines on your screen.
It's basically a grid. Okay, so making sure that you're experimenting with positioning the car on different grid lines in the image. Rule of thirds, making sure positioning the car in the lower third, giving negative space above it, all that sort of stuff.
Raise your hand if you have those lines set up on your camera.
Most people do.
Alright, put your hands down. Everyone who didn't put their hands up, please, right now, look up how to do that on your camera and set that up right now.
Or you can come and see us after this and we can do that as well.
Yeah, but I don't know.
No,
It's the amazing LifeThroughOptics who knows every single camera.
I'm a liar.
I think the only thing I would add to the technical aspects that Ben's talked about is I love telling a story. I think that's the big thing about photography is that photos are static. They do not move like videos, of course. So telling a story of the car, it's a very important thing. I try and make it so that when I post a set, you guys who are watching can almost walk around the car, even though you weren't there with me. One of the important things of that, although because there's a lot of you who will ask him to do it, is the absolutely beautiful owner who brought this car out. Normally, I would get shots of him with it, but for the time being, just make sure that you tag him in the photos so he sees all the beautiful photos. Just make sure to do that, right?
Shall we get started?
I think let's get started. So let's just
Do you know where the
remember.
owner is?
I think just tag the owner. He'll be absolutely overwhelmed to see all the photos you've taken. So let's just remember the technical aspects that Ben's taught us, all the different angles. Let's remember third lines and diagonals. Use those effectively. And for me personally, tell the story of the car. Think about when it was made, why it was made, and especially with JDM cars, how was it modified and why?
Very good, perfect. All right, so I want to get everyone started with the front shot, the front 3/4 and the side profile. So everyone around the back here, can you all please just hustle and move around the side here? Just so that you're out of the back of the shot, we can get everyone a clean photo here. So if you want to grab a front shot, please come around here, 3/4 and side profile. You'll be able to all get a shot nice and clean. And just move back a little bit, yeah? So you should be able to get, you know, a little bit further back. Hello, sorry. You should be able to get a little bit further back just to give people some space, all right? Perfect, keep moving around. And I do want to get the owner. I don't know where the owner is. Is this you? Hello. Sorry, I haven't introduced myself. Ben. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, if we get, can we get the pop-ups? Yeah. Yeah. And is it okay to idle for a little while? Just,
Yeah, be right.
yeah. And we'll be very conscious, like a couple of minutes.
Remember that the first shots we're doing far away. Not
right, so who's fairly new to car photography? Hands up. Lots of you. Okay, amazing. Who has any interest in making this a bit of a thing for them? Yeah? Perfect, all right. And everyone out there who's been doing car photography for 6 months or more, put your hand up. 6 months or more, 6 months or more. Yep, okay, so lots of beginners here. So what I want to go through is just my process of how I approach an automotive photo shoot. I feel like that might be a bit beneficial for you guys. But again, there is no set hard and fast rule. This is what I do to just get in the flow, all right? So with automotive photography, it's like anything, like football, for example. If you want to run on the pitch, what do you have to do? You've got to warm up first, okay? It's the same with car photography. So when I start, I always spend the first 10 to 15 minutes just getting the very basic angles first, okay? And what do I mean by basic angles? I mean an overall front shot of the car, a front 3/4, a side profile, and you can see what I'm doing, the motion that I'm making. I'm just working my way around the car, rear 3/4, rear shot, going all the way around, okay? And what I'm focusing on first is all of the wider shots, and then I'll come in later and get detail shots. I find that really helps me, but again, no hard and fast rule, this is just what works for me. So what I want to get you guys started off with is just focusing on getting some wide shots together, okay? And I want to make sure everyone's out of the background of the photos. So we're going to start off, this is a really nice angle right here with the car parked in the corner. So it's perfect for a front shot, okay? So if I can get everyone who's kind of behind my arms to just come in front of my arms, please. And once you get a photo, everyone at the front, once you get a photo, please, you know, take a couple, but don't be there like spamming, taking 20 shots. Just get yourself round to the back and then let the next row of people come through and get a clean photo. And then can I just have everyone move back just a good couple of paces, because it's really important when you're composing your shots that you're leaving negative space around the car, okay? I don't want to see shots where you're really punched in and really like focused without much margin, okay? You've got to remember to have margin, and giving the car breathing room is really important, okay? In terms of composition, I'll really briefly run through this and then we'll get started. So composition, you can see, all of your cameras might have this as well. You can see there's grid lines on the screen, all right? So grid lines, there's something called the rule of thirds, okay? So the rule of thirds means you're either leaving 2/3 of negative space in your frame and 1/3 holds your subject on this bottom grid line or top grid line or whatever you want to do. You can get creative with it, but it's a really fantastic composition technique. So use your grid lines. You can place the car, you're probably not going to be able to see this, you can place the car on the lower grid line, take your photo, and then you give yourself kind of 2/3 of headroom. It's really important to give your subject not only margins around the side, but also headroom, okay? Giving it lots of space, all right? And for everyone here, how does this look? Because for me, it's a little bit too close. Yeah, so let's keep moving back. Give me a good few more steps back. I'm going to use you as the example. So if you zoom it into about a 24. And how does that look? Have you got plenty of room to work? Not really. I want everyone to just come back a bit more. I'm sorry. Remember, we're starting wide, and then we're going to come in for some detail shots. All right. And now, Kevin, do you mind if we take the light off a little bit and turn the headlights on, please? That's another thing with car photography. When you're shooting, don't be afraid to ask the owner to turn the lights on, to turn the wheels, to reposition the car. You know, if you're shooting a car and the wheels are facing towards me and all you see is tire and you get no wheel, that's actually really bad. You don't want that in your frame. You want them to turn the wheel the other way or keep it straight. You know, so you just want to avoid. So the best thing to do there is ask the owner to move it, or ask the owner to turn the lights on, ask the owner to rev it. You know, like. Automotive experience, or automotive photography is about the experience as well, so don't forget about that. It's not just about the photos, like enjoy the process too. So we've got the lights on for you. Doesn't that look so much better with the lights on now?
Have the wheel?
No, we're gonna leave the wheels straight. Yeah, because then what I'll do is I'll reposition the car on a 3/4 with the corner, and then we'll go from there. All right, everyone, 5 minutes like this. Experiment with your elevation. So get down nice and low, shooting up towards the car. Then get up nice and high and shoot down towards the car. Don't just walk up chest height. Experiment with your levels, okay? So 5 minutes like this.
Nah, you're good.
Right, I'll switch for you.
Alright, everyone at the front, wrap up what you're doing, everyone at the front, move towards the back, next row of people.
When I see them around the Photo Corner